once you have 2,000 of them, you Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Linda Israel, and thank you so very much for coming to my live stream here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and for taking the time to come here and hang out. There are a few things that I want to go over before the actual live started, so this is a recording. First of all, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe, so give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell up in the corner. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. I have a broadcast post or even a live stream. If you're watching this video as a replay and you're on a computer, look for the little gear at the bottom. You can change the speed to speed it up. Or if you're on a mobile device, look for the little 3 dots and usually you can change the playback speed there. My live streams generally last about 2 hours. They can go as long as 3 hours. It kind of depends on what we're working on that day and how the feedback is in the chat. While you're watching, you earn junk bucks. So if you are here in order to get those junk bucks accumulating, go ahead and type hello in the chat and my little bot, Junkie Joe, will see you and then you'll start accruing junk bucks. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with those junk bucks? Well, you can accumulate those, and once you have 2,000 of them, you can type !award and you can redeem them for a $10 off coupon to my shop. You can earn junk bucks while you're here and when you are chatting, as well as when you play the in-chat game. So look for those as they come up, and if you make a donation. For those of you that make a donation during my live stream, make sure that you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, and if you haven't already done so, create a user account. When you make a donation during my live stream, basically you're buying a membership to my website and to the live stream. In my opinion, what we're doing is you're accumulating that money in my account. Thank you for that donation. And as a reward, you will get 5% off your orders at lindaisrael.com. And during the live stream, if I have a journal that I'm giving away at the very end, you are eligible to win that journal. Anybody that makes a donation gets into that drawing by manually typing in the raffle at the end, but then you also get the discount membership on my website. Thank you to Robin, who is my administrator during the live stream. She helps me out with answering questions as well as giving information. She is also my administrator over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, please do. We'd love to have you over there. You're welcome to share what you're working on. Speaking of sharing, during the live today, you can speak up in the chat and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You will not be able to share your link to your channel, but you can at least say, hey, my name is, and this is what I do. And then your friends that come into the chat can follow each other. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you will be kind to those that are here. If you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those. The chat sometimes goes pretty fast, so I don't always see it, so do ask again. And at the same time, if you're in the chat and you know the answer to somebody's question, please speak up and give them the answer. Check the description box for links to products that I share today. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, which means I do get a commission on items that you purchase through my link. If you're going to buy something anyway, I greatly appreciate it. It does not cost you any extra. It just gives me a little bit of a commission, which helps me buy products to show you here. If you win one of the raffles, you can start right now by typing !raffle. Do make sure that you go over to my website, and if you haven't already created a user account, that way I will have your contact information so I can send you your prize. I am starting a raffle right now that is for 200 junk bucks, so you can get well on your way to accumulating your junk bucks. Let's have some fun today and let's get started. Thanks everybody for being here. All right, technology work. Come on, technology! Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at y'all. Hello, how are you? Hope you're well. Okay, now my computer is saying hi, CPU detected. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all, how are you? First of all, if we get disconnected, it's because we have severe thunderstorms and tornadoes in Oklahoma today. So if my power goes out or the wind takes us out, I'll be gone. I have my phone. The notifications will come up if there's something good about to hit. And I'm sure Robin will tell me too. Usually where we live, we don't have any real damage. We'll have wind and occasionally we'll have hail. And today we're supposed to have like softball size hail potential. So, and that can be dangerous because you don't want to be outside and it can take out power lines and that kind of stuff. So we're going to hope, fingers crossed, that none of that happens. Okay. So hello, Raven. And I saw Julie and I think I saw April. Who else did I see in there? Kat and Bonnie. So glad to have you here. And of course, Robin is my gosh, how she keep me together, right? Oh, I did do some nails and it probably won't come off on the video very well, but I kind of did this ombre effect that I use a green and a teal and a blue to go across my nail, and it just, in person, they're just real shimmery. It's kind of fun. Anyhow, so what are we doing? I am working on a huge Peacock journal. This is going to be mine. Oh, and thank Raven, y'all, while you're here. She gave me a whole box full of journals, and I've got one set aside. We're going to have a journal giveaway at the end, and there you won't have to donate. Anybody will be eligible to win it. Just Robin, I forgot to tell you ahead of time, so I apologize for that. But I do have a little journal that Raven has made, and I may add some more goodies with it. But I know I have one journal for sure. And the chicken lady's here, Miss Edmondson. Hello. Did you see my nails? You got your snacks and stuff. You're already set up in the bathroom, Robin. Yes, I need some Peacock stamps, don't I, Jennifer? We need to get together soon. All right, so this is some of what I have already done. I made this one off camera. That was what I showed you on week 1. Last week, we made this page. I did do some alterations? Alterations to it. So, one of those being that I had originally made this to have magnets on the side to keep it closed, but the problem was that the placements of the magnets were interfered with because of the thickness of the paper, and so when I went to close it, it wouldn't stay closed because this envelope and the fabric were in the way. So here's what I did. I took another piece of fabric, put another magnet, made sure that it would connect to the one on the front in between the layers of the fabric here, and I glued it on the back. I also added another piece of paper on the very back. I kind of did a little layer of things. I used some more of my feathers so that this will be magnetically closed. Another thing that I did during the live was I made this a pocket here at the top. I can't get my finger in there. There's a pocket at the top on this front piece. However, you cannot put something very wide in here or it interferes with the magnets. Learn from my mistakes. Make sure that your magnet placement is in such a way that it doesn't get interfered with whatever you put behind. So the magnet is actually on the inside here, and so these layers of fab paper would prevent another piece from going in the top. So I have not put anything in here. What I might do is something very narrow. Maybe I'll make like a booklet that can be real narrow to stick in there. But I did make this, and this is how I learned that my magnet wouldn't work. As I made this to go in that front pocket, I chose to do green because we have a little bit of green here, and this is kind of a green embossing powder that I used there. And I had this cardstock that I stamped that same peacock feather, and then I just grabbed a few of my pieces of ephemera that I like and stuck in there. I think I need to make something tall to go in there, and I need to decorate the front here. But I got a few things added to that, and this will go in a pocket when this is glued to my base. So let me open this back up again. So this flips over, and we have a pocket over here. I made this little wallpaper journal card, and we use gold embossing powder with glitter in it. I did stamp on the inside. This was a card that I had in my stash that was given to me. It's just gorgeous. I love it. So I thought I would put this back in here. Over here, this was a laminated that I did myself. I laminated 2 peacock feathers. They were brittle and falling apart. So I laminated them, and now they'll last for a really long time. And then behind there, I had an envelope that had, I think, whatever brand that this was. You'll see it if you watch the video. And so I just put a couple of journal cards on the inside. This is from the Royal Peacock, and this was something that I've had in my internet stash, as I like to say. Put that back in here. I'm thinking about making a little ephemera pack that you guys can download. I just haven't got it put together. Thank you, Bonnie. And so here I just used one of the Royal Peacock elements, a piece of fabric, and some of this tulle that I have in my stash. I thought that was kind of pretty because it gave us a nice backdrop to the peacock feather. Otherwise, you don't really see it whenever it's not back there. So that is one of the elements. I'll kind of show you real fast. I'm getting this where I think I want it so that I can glue all these pieces together. I haven't glued them to my base yet because I'm still piddling around with how I want it. But those will be inside there, and then I'll put one here and one here. And then these were some of the other weeks that I made. Again, some layers. Using some more of the feathers and layering up some elements inside there. Yeah, the Calico Collage Digitals are well worth the money. That's for sure. Thank you, Christina. Thank you so very much. All right, so we'll put this over here. I added tabs to this to make it deeper. And then this journal element has smaller journals here as well as here. And pardon me, and a journal card there. So that is what I've been working on, trying to get this ready. I am making basically 8 panels. So we've got 4 made. So 1, 2, and 3 and 4. And then 1, 2. And I'm thinking this is the way it's going to go because this one's going to be really chunky. 3 and 4. I have gone ahead and stamped on the outside with the gold embossing on this plain scrapbook paper, so I'll have it. All right, so let me set this aside. Ooh, okay. So here's the pile that we're going to work with today. I even have my little note of what I was going to do. So first thing I did was I had this fabric, and I had torn a strip of it a while back, and then I had this ribbon that's a gold mesh that's a wired because it can keep its shape, but I wanted to make something with it, and I knew I wanted the glue to dry before the live stream. So I took some Fabri-Tac glue and made little dots on the teal fabric, and then I laid this ribbon on top, and I used some acrylic blocks to help hold it together. I want to use this as a closure when we get to that. So I just wanted to explain that. This is also going to be part of my closure. And I think I should probably try to paint this really early on so that it will be dry. So I'm going to grab my gloves, and I can't decide if I want to use just acrylic paint or if I want to use some Tattered Angels. Let me grab, I want this piece to stick out. It's going to go above. I'm trying to get all my little layers. So I've got this sticker that was given to me. It's kind of a 3D layered sticker. It's kind of got this, I don't know what you call that, holographic type look to it. It's going to go on top of this teal piece. And my thought was, this is going to go over, and there's going to be a closure, and this heart is going to be in the center of the closure. I know it covers up the peacock behind, but I like this layered look. So what color should I make this heart? I'm thinking maybe this really bright, kind of a cobalt blue, maybe. Let's see if I can find my blue paint. Okay, here's all my blues. Maybe this blue. That's really a dark blue. And then I have this teal. Maybe we'll kind of mix them together. I don't think I want, maybe I want cobalt blue. Can you kind of see those colors? Maybe my camera is not right, but maybe you get an idea there. The little heart is from Canvas Corp Brands. It's something that I had received back when I was on their design team. And I think I'm just going to grab a paintbrush. And let's start with this cobalt blue. You don't know where you got it? I don't know where you got it either. You were going to say purple? Well, I think I got some other ideas that I want to use for purple later on. I'm going to get rid of this, the paint booger. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of paint on here and just kind of paint this whole thing. I don't really care about the back side too much, although you will be able to kind of see part of it. So maybe I should paint the back side of it. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more paint on here. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's kind of look at this with the layers. I'll try not to touch it too much. I think that will be good. I think if I put some gold on that outside edge, maybe I'll use some of my gold embossing powder on there. I'm going to go ahead and kind of paint the sides a little better. Okay. I don't know. I think that might be good. All right, I'm going to allow this to dry a little bit over to the side here. I'm just adding a little bit of paint to the back just so that it's not just the ivory color of the canvas. Okay, I'm just going to set this up here to dry and put my, and I don't think I need the other blues. No more blues. We'll put that over there. All right, let's clean my gloves, put those away. All right, so that's going to go on part of this. So that's going to dry for a little bit. Little bit. Okay, go in there. Stay. How is everybody? Y'all have a good week? I've had a busy week. We had severe thunderstorms over the weekend, I think it was, and we've got some today. Been busy at work. All right, this is going to be a layered up piece that is going to have a pocket on the front. I've had this journal card that was given to me, and it's from American Greetings, and I have this image that was in my stash that I thought I'd put on top of it. I made this pocket. This is a scrap of some scrapbook paper that I had. And I'm thinking that I want to add maybe some stamping around the edge and put some gold embossing powder on it, because I think that would be a nice little frame. And then I'll stick the sticker down. I did try, let me show you what the sticker looks like. I did try to add some distress inks to the sticker, but it just wiped right off. So it's going to be that stark white when we put it on there. My plan was pocket here, and then this is going to flip over. These were just pieces I grabbed to stick in there in case I wanted to get it all ready. And then over here, we're going to put a pocket. And I just lost my card. There it is. We're going to put a pocket, but it's going to be a hidden pocket. There'll be a slit here on the front. And then I saved a piece of book page that's going to go back here so that my item doesn't fall all the way through. And then over here, we're going to cut this and make this a side-loading pocket for a file folder. So with that being said, I think I should start on this piece. I went ahead, I even wrote my sticky notes so I would remember, and glued a piece of a book page to the backside just to give this a little bit more stability. If you like yours super thick, add multiples. If you have cardstock, do that. If you have some oversized postcards, I've been saving this one. This one's huge. This is an oversized postcard that we got in the mail, and I'm saving it. In fact, I may want to use it. When do these coupons expire? Oh, they're already expired. Okay, I can use it for crafts. So I'm set that back up here in my... I have a little bin that I put a few things in so that they're handy nearby me, but I have more in other places. Okay, so I think what I want to do is cut this piece, and I'm thinking I want to have the upper portions of this to help with stability. So I think what I'm going to do is, I was going to take my scissors, but I think I may take my craft knife and cut a little slit and then trim on this inside circle here, but leaving it intact here so that when you glue it down, you still have that tuck spot. That's my thinking. So I've got a little craft knife here. I want to get my other pieces out of the way, and I am just going to cut this and stop about 1/2 inch from the edge there. And I'll grab my scissors because that should have cut through. Oh, well, apparently I suck at cutting. And I may need other glasses so I can see. I may need a new blade. Okay, there we go. Now I have an opening. So I'm just going to take my scissors and cut in here. This is from the Royal Peacock page, the one that I'm cutting on right now. And again, I just printed one and then I glued a book page to the back side. Go around here and leave a little bit of an edge. So my theory is if I glue this down on my page, but leave this portion open, I'll be able to stick things behind that, and that'll be a pocket. So I'm going to add some distress inks to that edge. What did I miss there? Somebody's vacation time. Just letting you know I'll be away next. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you enjoy your time away next week. I don't always have internet when we go on vacation either, so I understand that. All right, so now I'm wondering, do I want to put some fabric behind that piece? I think that might look kind of cool. So let's see what I have here. Fabric? Yeah, maybe some fabric. Let's see what I've got. I've got some lace. I'm trying to decide if what I should do, instead of putting it on this side is to put it on this side so that it sticks out behind. Let's see here. If we were to, that sticks out too far. Okay. I'm looking at all my little scrappy scraps. I've got little bitty scraps here. Let's see what else I have. I have this blue. I'm kind of thinking I've got a piece of purple here. And I'm thinking maybe the purple would be a good... Hey, Janice, welcome. Hello. All right, I think the purple would be good. So here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to lay this on my table and cut a couple of strips. Let's move this over here. This is all I have left of this little purple fabric that I've had for a while now. I love it. It's so pretty. All right, I'm just going to line it up on my cutting mat here. And I've got a rotary blade and I've got a metal ruler. And I think I will just cut some 1-inch strips, a couple of them, so that I have enough to make a little fullness there. Okay. All right, there we go. And then let's cut one more. Come on, don't move on me. Okay. Oh, I didn't get it. My cutting mat is really, really old, so it has scars in it. And when I go to cut, it isn't getting a crisp cut, so I have to go back and forth a few times. All right, I think that might be enough. 2 little strips. Let's put that down here. Okay, so I want to put that in here. I don't want to get glue on this portion, so I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I think what I'm going to do first is cut off a little bit of this. Cut the other one as well. Maybe I'll stick those in my bin later. And I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of ruffle this around. I want to make sure that it's not too long. It won't be. Okay. So I want... I think this is what I want. Okay. I don't want to get glue on this other portion. And I want to be able to differentiate. See the difference between. So I'm going to put glue inside this circle and then glue this down. How's that sound? Are we with it? Hey, Amanda, how are you? All right, so I'm going to glue right here. I'll just put a little bit of glue down at a time. And then I'll just kind of pleat the fabric in the glue. And I think we can go to the sewing machine. Oh, so we got to get out the sewing lamb. Where's the sewing lamb? He's hiding. Okay. We got the sewing lamb. Got the sewing lamb. We're going to sew here in a moment. What I'm going to do is after I glue all of this, then we can sew on this edge. Oh, I'm out of glue. It's like, why isn't it sticking? You have to have glue in place in order for it to stick, my dear. Oh, my goodness. Okay. And I'm just using Aleene's tacky glue. I like it because it's inexpensive. It dries relatively quickly. There are other glues out there. You find the one that you like. Okay. Put that there. All right. We're going to continue on. I'm going to put a little glue on top of here. All right. That way it's not covering up what I put into the pocket. It's behind. That was my thinking anyway. Just put it in the glue. Okay. Coming around the corner here. All right, I think I did pretty good with cutting those two little pieces of fabric. All right, I'll just kind of press that down. And I think it was smart to put that craft sheet in between so that the glue doesn't get on the cut portion of it. Don't you think? Hey, Sally! Sally left! Dookie Joe didn't let anybody win again? All right, so now what I'm going to do is lift this up. And I'm going to move the sheet and put it in a different position so that if there's any glue still on there, it will dry. I'll trim this excess off over here. Yep, I'll just kind of... Okay. And we'll go to the sewing machine in just a moment. I'm going to give that a chance to dry just a little bit before we start stitching. And this will still fold over. That's good. Okay. All right. I know that I want to put a pocket over here for my journal card that I want to slide into the pocket, the little slit. So I'm thinking just kind of laying this over to the side for a second. I'm waiting for this to dry before we go to the sewing machine. So I'm thinking I want this across here. So I want the pocket to be right about here, and so that this will fit down in. And maybe we want just the top portion of the peacock showing. So let's say that is about that much of it. So I want to put a cut. I'm going to center it off of this design. And I need it to be at least as wide as this. I think I'm going to, yeah, I still want it centered because it'll bug me if it's not centered. Get my ruler. And kind of using that as a guide. We're going to go past it just a smidge on both sides. So I just made a cut. Apparently not a very good cut. I think I need to change the blade. Okay. Did we get it this time? Yes, now it's cut through. I even cut some of my sticky note, but that's okay. All right, I've cut my slit. Where's the lid? There it is. I don't want to cut myself. Time to get new blades. All right, I think I'm done with this guy. Oh, I hate the ads when they're not the same volume. Isn't that annoying? We hate that on television too. All right, so I have a slit here. I'm going to put a little bit of Distress ink on it, kind of to help define it a little bit. All right, And then what I want to do is my little scrap of paper here. My idea was I don't want this to go down too far. So I'm going to put this in. All right, so there's where I want to put this. And I'm going to put my paper right around that so that I don't go not too far down. So I'm just going to put glue like so. And I'll put it close to this edge. And while I'm at it, I'll push this stuff out of the way so I don't accidentally glue it in place. Okay, so in theory, now, I won't push it all the way in there. I have this pocket right here. Hopefully I didn't put too much glue in there. All right, why aren't you going? Okay. Yeah, like that. All right, I just need to make sure that this is adhered together well. It is. Now, do we want to put a little bit of embellishment in front of here to kind of denote that that is a pocket there? I've got some sequin trim. I saw it. Where did I see it? Oh, no, I have this purple sequin trim. Since we got the purple over here, it's brand new apparently. I haven't opened it yet. See if I can find, there it is. All right, come on. Come out wherever you are. Where's the end? There we go. I have an end. All right, so what if we put a little piece right there? Does that make sense, or does it look silly? Because then this will be above it like that. I don't know. I kind of like it. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Since it's a plasticky material, I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac glue down. Okay. Probably put way too much, but that's okay. And then I will just lay the sequins on top, and we'll trim this side over here. Okay. And that last sequin should be, I hope, touching the glue so it doesn't fall off. Okay, how's that? All right, we're getting there. We're building it. We're building it. All right, let's go to the sewing machine. This should be dry enough now. And my idea is to stitch right on top of this fabric all the way around so that it just has a little nicer touch to it. And then this will have something in the pocket. So you'll get when this is glued down, it'll have more stability. And that'll look really cool on there. Okay. You like it? Like the purple? Okay, good. All right, sewing lamb. All right, so I've got a regular sewing machine. I haven't even turned it on today. Can you believe it? Regular sewing machine, zigzag stitch. I have black thread. I hope I have enough. I may end up needing to wind a bobbin. Y'all don't mind that, do you? All right, so let's see. I'm going to start on this corner here and then stitch all the way around. I did cut this a little extra, so I'm just going to fold that in. All right, let's just stitch this down. Come on, let's go through. Goodness. a little thick there, so it wasn't going through really quick. You want to make sure that your glue is dry before you start stitching. Otherwise, you'll gum up your sewing machine needle and your paper will rip. Ask me how I know. Happens to me frequently when I forget to let things dry. Come on, keep going. Keep going. You'll get there eventually. Just keep going. Don't give up yet. You know, I have some more of the sequin trim. I'm wondering if I should use it on this side. Okay. Are we ready? Ready for the reveal? Okay. So this will be glued down over here, and you'll be able to stick things behind. Oh, I lost the sequin. Maybe I'll find something else to stick on there. Should we, or is this overkill? Maybe it is, I don't know. Should I put some purple sequins on this leading edge? I'm trying to just curve it around just so you kind of get the gist of the look. Do we want that? What do you think? Is that necessary? Oh, it moved. Don't be moving on me now. And I'll cut an extra sequin and stick it over there. What do you think? Something like that? Do we want to do that? Nah. I had a feeling that sequin would drop off. Yeah, I'll fix it. So Robin doesn't like the sequins. Let me do half of it so you can kind of see the difference. I don't know. It's okay. Let's just pop a sequin over here where the other fell off. Oh, well, now I can't. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. I didn't have to cut one off. All right, we'll just put a little glue right there. All right, well, and it may be that we don't need to keep adding. Maybe we just need to kind of give it... Oh, where's my tweezers? Then I can get this in the spot. Come on. Come here. I was trying not to get my fingers in the glue. Okay, now if I put that... There we go. Now we're in the glue. It needs something, but not the sequins. Okay. Well, we'll think about it. We'll think about it a moment. Maybe I'll put some bling on the petals on each little dot. How's that? Well, we'll do it. Somebody's messaging me. Oh, okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do that first. Oh. These are on like a string adhesive. So I'm just cutting. Oh, one of them stuck to my finger. I don't know if this has enough adhesive on it. So here's what we're going to do. Just in case, I think one just stuck to my hand. We're going to put a little dot here. And then I can stick the gem in it and know that there's enough adhesive on there. Something like that. You like that idea? Just some sequins. Okay, and then we put one here. Try to put my finger in front of it when I remove it from the backer. All right, let's put one there. Now get it. Come on. Okay. So that one got a sticky. Okay, we need 2 more. Dose. Junkie Joe doesn't like you today, Julie. Aww. Let's all feel sorry for Julie. Junkie Joe's being a bully. Oh, the one that I put glue under moved. How funny. Stick back down there. I was trying to make sure I had them all on. Okay. Does that help? All right, this guy is going in here. Like that. What do we think? Is that looking all right? That looks okay. Do you think that looks cute? All right, that's pretty, just adding the little bling there. Okay. So we've done some sewing. We added some bling. Let me move that out of the way. Put this over here. Trash. Linda, clean up your mess. Let's put the sewing lamb back where it belongs. Okay, my ruler away. I'm just kind of picking up a few things off my desk to get it out of the way for a minute. So I can also think about what I'm doing here. So I know that this is going to be glued down and then this is going to go over, and that'll be kind of cute with that peeking out the top and the bottom of the journal, don't you think? So when we put it on our page, it will stick out the top and the bottom regardless of where I put it. I think that'll be cute, sticking out of the journal. Okay. Okay, so what I need to do next is, I did not glue this part down. I should have, just in case. Okay. So, I need to cover this portion. And I cut, where is it? That's not it. Oh, there it is. I cut this piece. I am a member of an online, which way should it go? Subscription where I can get designs for our t-shirts and some graphics for that. And just every once in a while, somebody will post these digital scrapbook papers. Are supposed to be like 12 by 12 scrapbook papers. I need to look at a printer that can do 12 by 12. Note to self, Linda, look at those. Anyhow, I found this one that was a stained glass, and I thought it was kind of pretty, and I cut it to be a little bit larger, lengthwise, and I thought we'd put it on the front here. I don't know that we need another pocket here because we are going to layer, where is it? It's laying here somewhere. There it is, upside down. We are going to layer this pocket on top in the center, which will have our peacock. So we'll have a pocket here, and then we flip this over. We have a little tuck spot there, and I could put a shorter, what do you call that, bookmark above that. I may stick that there for now. Then I'm going to have something over here on this side. That's my plan anyway. So I'm talking through all of that because I think I just want to glue this down solid, and I'm going to glue it all the way across, and this part of it is going to go behind. That way we don't get any of this white book page seen when we flip our page back and forth. Does that make sense? So we cover that all the way. You thought it would go the other way? You thought it would go this way? Well, I was looking at it as if this was the peacock tail fanning out. That's what I was seeing. We could go this way, But I think this way, to me, looks right. Looks like the Peacock fan going out. All right, we're going to put glue over here. So I'm going to start past the fold and then go all the way to the perimeter. And this will be, by the time I'm done here, I'm going to be gluing 3 text weight pages together. We've got one on the other side. I've got the book page and then this piece of digital scrapbook paper here. All right. Oh, how I folded it. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's go this way. Put that over. All right, get my bone folder. Put my bone folder back. Get a rag. Wipe up the glue. Okay. Give that a moment to dry before we fold it where we need to bend it. So let's work on this piece that's going to go on here. And I'm thinking the gold glitter embossing powder needs to come out again. That's what I think. So let's get my little scrappy scrap paper. It's funny how we see things and our vision is completely different than somebody else's. Getting my technical tools out. Come on now, glitter embossing powder. Don't be that way. And since I've been using it so much, I might as well use it again. I've got the Henna Rose rubber stamp. This is one of my most well-loved stamps right now. All right, so I'm just going to stamp all the way around the perimeter of this. And then I'll dip it in the embossing powder. And if I need to come back in and do a couple of spots, I will. Because I am putting the sticker on it. I guess I completely missed that side. All right, so I didn't do this corner. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. All right, so let's see if I can kind of do it like that. I think that'll look pretty good. All right, let's put this away. We all sacrifice yourself again. I think it's hilarious. All right, let's emboss this. So anytime you're using embossing powder, keep your face away from it while you're heating it up. I don't care what brand it is. You shouldn't breathe in the powders or the fumes. If you're going to do a lot, wear a mask so that you don't breathe in those particles. I sat down one day and a customer / friend needed, I think it was 50, I can't remember if it was a 50 or 100 for their 50th wedding anniversary, handmade invitations. They were printing the inside on vellum. In fact, I think I ended up printing them for them. And then the front had an embossed heart with roses, I think, and you're invited. I don't remember. It was a complicated thing. And I spent hours and hours. I went through so much embossing powder. That was back when I used to buy embossing powder in this great big container. And we would buy a pound of it at a time. Me and my girlfriends that I did all my rubber stamping with. and we would split it. And so that was one of those instances where I didn't need to split that. I think that looks really cool with the gold embossing. And then my sticker will go over the top of that. If I get it the right direction, this way. So won't that look pretty coming out? I need to add some distress inks to the edges though. I guess Junkie Joe just doesn't want y'all to win today. All right, let's put the tools back where they belong. I'm going to clean my stamp real quick because I was using embossing ink. Okay. All right. So what I need to do is add a little bit of distressing to the edges. Okay. All right, I'm going to tap this off over on the side. Trying to get any of that loose embossing powder off of it, especially since I'm going to put the sticker down and I don't want to accidentally have it fall off. I'm opening up my tabs just so that it reminds me which way is the top portion of my pocket here. Do you like that? Isn't that pretty? Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to try to stick this down without making a big mess. Okay, let's go. It's wider than I thought it was, but that's okay. You know what? I think I can get away with cutting this. Do I want to just cut it straight off? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. There. I'm going to flip it over and rub from the back. I don't care if the little foam thingy gets squished. I kind of wish it wasn't so tall. I would take it off, but I don't also want to destroy it if I try to peel this off and remove the squishy thing. Look how thick that is. I mean, it's wider than my fingernail in there, but I think that'll look cute. Just that. Oh yeah, stick around. I'm going to be having a giveaway today. I've got a little journal here. And this one, I call it a folio. So we're going to give away this little folio that Raven has worked on. And I think it's at a point where whoever gets it can add their own little touches to it to make it your own. So it's kind of one of those work in progress. That one is to me, in my opinion. Okay. So now that this has been laying here for a little while, I'm going to help it and bend this over. Kind of line it up with the edge. It should already fold because I had it folded from the inside already. Okay, I like it. So this will be the inside. That'll be the outside. And then this guy, I'm thinking of just putting it right in the middle of the page. What do you think? I don't know that it needs another layer. We are going to put a card behind here that'll stick out a little bit. I think I'm just going to glue it down. Okay. You're putting on nails, Manda? All right, what kind of nails are you putting on? Do you do press-on nails, or do you make your own acrylic nails, or are you just painting your nails? I know a lot of you don't do your nails, and I feel that do whatever you love. I know ladies that they're obsessed with always having a pedicure. They have to have pretty, pretty toes. You know, there are others that have to have their eyebrows waxed every week because that's what they're obsessed with and love. Do what makes you happy. Too much these days is all on the focus of what are you doing to make other people happy. I say make yourself happy. I've not done the embossing powder on the napkin backing yet. Okay, I like that. So we're getting there. We're getting all the little elements put together. Let's go ahead and, do we want to matte the picture of the peacock? I have this little bit. Let's see how this looks. If I take the paper clip away, that might help. If I were to just to do a small matte, how does that look? That break it up a little better as opposed to just doing the image. I think the matte. I think we need a little matte. Yep, thanks, Robin. Robin agrees. All right, so I'm just going to grab my paper cutter. This was just a scrap that I had in my stash. Since we've already got a somewhat straight edge over here, I'm just going to use that. And let's make it, looks like 3.5 inches tall. And what is this? 2 3/4 ish. Yeah, 2 3/4. That'll work. That gives me a little border all the way around. Oh, don't move on me. There we go. And look, I have reduced my scraps to 2 smaller pieces. Dress on now. I love doing it, Amanda, doing the press-ons myself. I bought some blank nails. I have the little stands that you can put the nails on. I'll get out. I'll have 2 pair of glasses that I'll be wearing when I'm doing them. And I like them because I don't have to try to do them on my fingers. I can just paint them all up. And I do it all about what my mood is, you know, or what I'm lacking. Like I want some more red nails. I don't have very many reds in my nails that I've made up. So I think that's going to be something next that I'm going to do. I think I'm going to bug Jennifer and make her come over and we will make nails, so I can borrow her peacock stamping plate so I can make some with peacocks on them. And I like adding the gems, but sometimes I feel like I'm not very good at getting the placement. So I like to have something to base off of, like a stamped image on there. So I'm going to be doing some more of that soon. Okay, I think that looks a lot better, doesn't it? This already has gold kind of glitter embossing on it. So I don't think I need to add anything else. Red with something gold stamped on it. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing some, I don't know, maybe gold and red, maybe black too. I don't wear that color very often. I wear a lot of black, so I can pretty much wear my accessories, whatever I want to go with any color. I don't know why. It just seems like I do tend to wear the same clothes a lot. And I think it helps me to say, okay, even though I wore that pair of black pants and that black shirt last week or Friday or 3 days ago, I washed it, it's ready to go again. I can wear something different, like a different bag, or my hair is different, or jewelry, or my nails. You wear cool red. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, you have to find the right colors. I look better in the cool reds, the reds that have more blue in them, as opposed to the ones with the orange. You know, my mother, she was a fall gal. She loved her fall colors, her browns, her oranges, and the reds that kind of fit in that category. And she would always try to put that color on me. And I'm like, Mom, it's gorgeous on you. It doesn't work on me. You have dark hair and brown eyes, and I have blonde hair and green eyes. Those don't always, the oranges don't look good on me. It makes me too red looking. Okay, I like that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. You prefer cool red, Jennifer? Yeah. Okay, should we get it this way or should I put it this way? I think this way because then it gives you more of that to see. What do you think? I'm liking it. All right, so we have a pocket here and we have the pocket here and we've made a pocket here. We need to put something in it. So I said in my tease for the show that I'd show you how to make a file folder. I'm thinking since we used the purple, maybe some kind of a teal paper, bluish teal. I don't think I have a scrap. No, okay, I don't have a scrap. Let me see, is there anything up there that I want? I don't know if this is cardstock. What if we put this coming out of that tealy color? I think that'll work. All right, so I want a file folder, and I've made one earlier so I can kind of use it as a prototype. So I want a little file folder, but I think this time I want the tab to be at the top because this was my prototype, so that this will fit inside here, okay? And we can still close our journal because this will be glued inside here. I may need to put a tab along this side so that when this goes in, or I need to make it shorter. Let's make it shorter, Linda. Okay, so first, I want a tab on this side. I've got a piece of cardstock here. I think what I want to do first is I want to cut off the excess because I don't need it to be any taller than that. Ooh, as I drop things in the floor. Okay. Put this over here. All right. This file folder that I made, that was 7.5 inches. I think I'm going to make mine, let's make it a little bit narrower. Let's make it 6.25 inches. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this away for a moment, and I'm going to get out my punch board. So I've got my little punch board. This is the edge that I want my tab on, and I'm going to want it on this end. So what I want to do first is I want to make a notch. I think I'm going to do this backwards in a sense. I'm going to be making it on one side, but I'll end up flipping it over so it's over here because of the way the measurements are. And I know I need to be about 2 inches from the edge because it was harder to curve. Yeah, that's what I want. So I'm going to go 2 inches from the edge and punch. And then I'm going to slide this over. Now you see the little notch here. And I want it to be lined up with about the 2-inch mark. And I'm going to punch. So it's almost in the center. I probably should have centered it. But now what I'm going to do is cut this piece off and this piece off. All right. All right, so I'm going to line it up on my paper cutter. Find where the blade will cut off the paper, and I will put my cutter down and cut, and then I'll go on the other side. And now when I pull these away, I have a tab on my folder. I'm just going to use my crocodile here and round this corner and round this corner. Okay, So this will be somewhat in the center here. Now, looking at this, I want to fold my envelope over, my file folder over. I don't want it to stick out here too far. So I'm going to come back here and just fold this over. So I've got a little bit of a gap here. So even when I put glue down on this portion, my file folder shouldn't stick out too far past. Okay. So now here's the thing. Do I want to make an additional pocket on the inside? Sure. Why not? So here's what I do. I'm going to fold that. Okay. I'm going to go to my paper cutter. Y'all probably can't even see it, so I'm going to use some Distress ink real fast so you can see. Okay. So I'm going to line this up. I want this part shorter than the front by, let's do almost an inch shorter. So I'm going to score it because I don't want to cut it off. I'm going to score this. And let's fold this. And I think I'm going to cut some of this off. So let's cut this to be, let's make it 1.5 inches. About. So now that'll give us a little spot where we can put things when that's closed up. How's that look? Okay. And I think I want to round these corners. So I'm going to get my corner chomper here and here. And let's add some Distress inks all the way around. Hey, Sheila, how are you? Now, I think I want to layer some papers or something on here. I don't think I need to do that side. Okay. All right, now I need to do this side. I don't know. I've got some fussy cut images, and maybe we can just layer some stuff onto our file folder here. We may want to make additional pockets to put things in. And of course, I should prepare some things to put in the pockets, huh? Okay. Don't do major rearrangements, because then you can't find things. You lose them. You don't remember where the new place is. If it works in the spot that you have it now, do your best to not change it. So I'm slowly changing things a little bit, because I'm finding that I reach for certain items that in the past I didn't have readily available, and then I'm running out of tabletop space and I don't have the room to put things. So I'm trying a few things out. I've recently been doing this. We've talked about it. I have a tray here that has a couple of things that I use a lot, which is my bone folder, a couple of markers. I was using these brads last week, and I have a couple of colors of Tattered Angels, but I try to clean this out and not have anything extra in it, and it's right there, and I don't put anything on top of it so I don't lose it. All right, so this is going to fold to the inside. I didn't do that edge. Okay. Okay. I know I want to glue this down here Do we want to put a piece of paper on there? Or I've got some others. Let's look to see what we have here. I have a basket that I've been putting things in that I thought would go with whatever I'm working on. Oh, see, now those could be a little notepad. I was needing something for a notepad. What do I have here? This is a really long, skinny piece that's kind of, you know, kind of makes it mixed media-like because I've got this gold and this blue skinny piece. Wouldn't that look pretty right here? I think that would look good there. Can you see that? Sorry, I'm kind of out of frame. How about something like that? I think that looks better. All right, now what do we want to put? Because this will be the front. I have a bookmark that I was thinking of putting on here. I was thinking, though, of putting it on the back and making an additional pocket. I'm too close. Sorry, I'm out of camera. So something like that. But it could also look pretty cute if I put it on the front here and just kind of make it a little tuck spot there. And then we've got a pocket here. And maybe we'll put one more pocket on this side. So what could we use? We could use this piece to make the pocket here. It'll stick out a little bit. Maybe like go something like that. I think that's what I'll do, is put this across the bottom. Does that make sense? Okay. I got it. I'm coming up with ideas, plans and ideas. I got this green. I don't know if we want to use that or not, but I'd get it out. I'd get it out so I could have it. I just got random papers that I've set aside to do things with. Okay, let's put this back now. This has helped me too, putting together this little basket box combination with the things that I might use in this journal has, to me, been really handy. You know what I haven't done a lot of is used my watercolor flowers. Wouldn't that look kind of neat on this? Oh my gosh, that is looking so cute. What do you think of that? Okay, sorry. Sidetracked! Ooh, something shiny it is. Alright, what if I put this green with this piece of blue and a piece of gold on here? I think that looks kind of cool like that. Just put this right there for a second. I think that looks really good. And let's see. I have a book page here. Oh, here's a better one. I have a book page so that we can make a little pocket to go inside here out of this paper. And I think this needs to be distressed. Put this over here now. And what else? Maybe we'll do some stamping on here. We'll see what it looks like. You like that with the green? Oh yeah, you can say your name on your, you won't be able to share the link, Raven, but you can say what your Facebook page is or type it out, but don't put the link because then no one can click on it. Robin can put it in. Okay, I'm just adding a little bit of distress. See, and I kept all these little pieces. Some people look at me like, why'd you keep that? I don't know. I might want it. I used this on another page. Yeah. Okay, I've got that. I think I want to go ahead and cut the piece, and then I'll glue this all together. So I want it to be a little bit shorter then. Okay, so I'll just kind of mark that. My technical way of measuring is I will bend the paper and then just place the bend in my cutter. Alright, so let's look at this way. So now what I want to do is I don't want it to go too far with the bend. And I don't want to go all the way up to the corner. So if we do like that, so just so I can see. And I've got my cutter upside down. I can't use it. I'm probably using it backwards to a lot of other people the way they use this paper cutter, but it's what works for me. Alright, so this piece is going to go there as a pocket for a couple of small things. So I'm going to take this and we'll do it closer to one edge, and I'll glue that down and then we'll cut it out. Yeah. All right, what are we at? 5 o'clock. I think we're getting there. All right, so just kind of getting that up to the edge, and I'll take my paper cutter because it's faster and cut off the excess. I'm just making it a fully gusseted pocket. Okay. And I'll trim off. Where are they? The scissors were just here, Linda. Ah, I got covered up. That's what happens. I get covered up. Cut this off the corners. And then we'll fold in these edges. And since I got my piece cut and made it into a pocket, we can go around the edge with Distress Inks. And then we're using a little bit of the same pattern on the inside of this page set. Okay, so that's going to go there. And I think I have some little fussy cuts we could put on there, so I'll get those out. All right, let's glue this piece all together. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to go off the edge? I think I do. I think I want to go off. Yeah, okay. So let's put some glue on this piece. I probably should have just cut it to be a little bit shorter than necessary. All right, let's lay this down. I'm going to kind of center it. Come on now. Come down to the end. Glue that down. Okay. There we go. And then I can put this, kind of stop it a little early. on top. Yep, I'm going to go this way. Go just past, just a slight bit. I was going to do some stamping, but I changed my mind. All right, and then we'll put this gold right down the middle. I think that looks cool, just using up all those little pieces. All right, and then I'll flip this over and cut off the excess. Oh, I didn't get a piece cut. Okay, that looks cool. All right, let's do this edge. And this edge. And then let's glue this piece down. I've got some paper clips laying here, so I'm just going to use those to help hold this in place for a moment. Okay. All right, so that's setting up well. Good job, good job. All right, so this pocket is going to go here. So we can put things in that pocket. This is what it's going to look like. You'll see it from the outside, but I think that's okay that you can see it. I could have made this up taller, but you know, learn from what I'm doing. Play around with your paper. Let's glue this down, and then we'll find something to go in it. Try not to get too close to the fold. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, trying to get rid of some of the trash here on the desk that I don't need. All right, so we've got this portion. I need something to go on here. I have some calico collage images. I don't know. Some of these are, I could put one of those on there. Although it kind of just blends right into it, doesn't it? What if we did that? You can't, can you see that really? I don't know. I think that might be good to put that on there. And maybe I can find a sequin to put in the center. All right, we'll leave that there for just a moment, just so I can think about how I want to do that. And I think I decided, I'm going to put this on here, but I think I should put it closer to the bottom so that if you want to stick something in there, it can come past. That was my thinking just now. What do you think? Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Raven. So, is that what we want to do? And then this is going to go in here. So that's about how much of it you're going to see. I'm thinking that I need to stamp in these corners here because you're going to see them. And why not use the gold embossing powder? All right, let's put that there. So I'm going to stamp in these two corners. And we're going to use the gold glitter embossing powder. Yes, yes, we are. We're going to do that. Ow! Let's use the henna rose again. All right, let's open this. Try not to make a big mess. Let's ink it up. Okay. So, on my desk here, trying to get this at an angle so I can get the most out of it. Now, should I also stamp the tab? I'm going to stamp it on the outside like this. Okay. So I've got 3 places. I gotta clean my stamp. So let's do this. Okay. I like it. Okay. All right, let's heat that up and see how it looks. All right, are we still hanging in there with me? I gotta drink something. I'm getting dry. Well, I haven't heard any news come across on my phone, so I'm guessing we're okay with the weather at the moment. I'm glad. I don't hear any thunder or anything, which is funny. The other day, I was sitting in our living room and I had one of the dogs, Hercules, was laying in my lap. And I heard some thunder and, boom, boom, boom. No big deal. Okay, good. Thank you. It was like boom, boom, boom. And it was quiet for a while. And then all of a sudden, kabam! The whole house shook. I felt like lightning hit my house. It was so loud. I screamed. Hercules jumped. I was like, oh my gosh. I was very startled. Look at the glitter. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Glitter is the herpes of the crafting world. Yeah, I bet. That was a crazy boom. I was like, wow. Okay, let's get this. Put it away. Put it away. All right, let's wipe off the excess glitter. Okay, that looks good. So now, when this is in here, and look, when this is sticking out, doesn't that make it a little bit that much richer, sticking out like that? I like it. I can't decide what I want to do here, though. Let's put this guy down across the bottom here. That'll work. Glitter! So even though I'm making this for my specialty journal, I hope that some of these items, or all of them, that you incorporate in something that you're working on. You don't have to do them all at the same time, but you can kind of see where you can do all of these instances on your journal pages. Maybe you only want to do this kind of a thing on half of your page. Don't worry about the rest of it. And another time you're going to work on this. And the next time you're going to try doing this flip out on a journal page. Okay, I'm liking how this looks. All right, so we have a pocket here and a pocket there. I think I was going to go ahead and glue one of these peacock feathers on the inside. I'll just get out some Fabri-Tac and stick that down. Ah, feather on the tab. Okay, I might be able to do that. Kind of a little cluster. I don't want it to be too big because it will be in the fold of the journal. But we can put a little something. Okay, where did the feathers go? They are right here. All right, what'd you do with the feathers, Linda? They're not in there. Did I put them away somewhere? Ah, found them. Okay, good. There's the feathers. I'm thinking a little bit of this gold stuff. So I'm just going to cut a little piece off so I can put it back where it belongs. And what else? How about a little piece of fabric? I've got a little piece of purple here. Something like that. I'll slide this over here for a minute. And then maybe a couple pieces of feathers. And I want to point them kind of going up and that way maybe. Trying to get them out without getting a bazillion of them. Okay, that one's kind of pathetic looking, but there's a feather. Here we go. Just really simple. Maybe one that's going that way. I don't want it to stick past because when I put this into the folder pocket, we don't want it to interfere. I think that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Something like that. Okay. All right, let's glue this all down. So I'm going to put a little bit of tacky glue down. And then just layer everything on top of that. Kind of spreading some of that glue around. Okay, and then I'll use some of the beacon glue to put down that tulle looking stuff. Use the bottle to kind of mush it into place. All right, so now I've got a little bit of glue here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Trying to get my glue all situated. Try not to stick my fingers in the glue because then you get a big old mess. Okay, I think I need a little something right there in the center. I know I have some little round fussy cuts. How about this crown? And I know it's going in a different direction than what you would expect, but I think I like it. How's that? It kind of draws your eye with the same colors. And that's from the Royal Peacock kit. It's one of the little rounded pieces of ephemera. Oh, I just dropped a piece. Where did it go? Well, it's gone now. Okay, let's put this in here for now. All right, let's put this right there. Let's put the feathers away. I'm trying to, I gotta hurry. I gotta make the wrap closure too. So, all right, so then this is gonna go in here. I have this little envelope that Jennifer gave me, a little kit of things that she had fussy cut and put together. I love it. And I'm thinking, do we want to put this one here? I think that looks good there. And did I have some others? see what I got. Oh yeah, this guy. I've got some little tags. Here's a tag that fits in there. Oh, this one's unusual. This is a dress form tag that Narilla had in the kit, and I think that looks good there. I don't believe this will fit in there. No, it will not. This is a little element that Narilla made. But I have this little notepad of papers. Do I want to put that in there just as it is? Let's see if it fits. It does fit. So this would be a whole pad of paper that you could take out right on whatever in the journal. I think I like that idea. And I'm not going to change it. It's for St. Jude's. And I think I'll leave the back blank. You may want to stick something on there. You can add more paper. You can use that as a writing space. Okay, so I don't need these pieces. I don't know if I want that or not. Okay, I'm trying to clear off my desk again a little bit. I think I'm going to cut a piece of paper out of a book page here. Yeah. Oh, that's a good... See, whenever you tear a book page out and you have that much blank writing space, you have to save it. For a little while. I don't save them for very long. All right, so I'm contemplating here. Do I want to make the very last page a pocket? I'm worried about this flopping around too much, so I am going to take a piece of book page and glue it to the back side here. I'm going to trim it down to be the right size. That way it kind of stabilizes the back of this piece a little bit. That's my thinking anyway. I'm going to cut it just shy of 5.5 inches. And I guess I'll go ahead and cut it the full 8.5 inches tall. I think I need it too for stability for the next thing that I want to do. So I'm only going to put glue. I guess I had a knot right there. I'm only going to put glue on this portion here and then up at the top and across the bottom. So I'm going to put some glue right here and then across and around the little circle. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and just put glue down one edge here. That's going to go right here. So I'm going to line it up with the edge. And press that into place. It's part of the foundation of the page. This way I can glue it anywhere I want. So now that gives this a little bit more stability for my pocket here. And you can't see it from the other side. Okay, so my next step, I'm going to let that dry, is I want to have a closure on here that keeps this all together. And if I need to, it can grow a little bit. My first thought was to go from the top to the bottom. I still could do it that way. I like this little bit of purple sticking out. The other thing I could do is I could go from left to right. So basically this would end up back behind. And then this guy is going to go somewhere right here in the center. Does that make sense there? No floppy pockets. You love the blue and the purple together. So, do I want to go from top to bottom or from left to right? Julie says yes. That helps me a lot, Julie. I also have this little piece that I could add in here. That might be kind of neat to do that. And it could go up and down. Julie says across. Okay, I think what I'm going to do now is I want left, right, left, right. Okay, I want this piece to be wrapped around to the back here. So I'm going to slide everything over here out of the way for a moment. And I think I'll just glue this a little bit over on the back side. So I'm going to get some of the Fabri-Tac glue. It has a wire in that gold, which will kind of help it to shape around the page, but I'm going to put a little extra glue on there. And you know what? I think I'm going to put a piece of book page on it. That way it kind of helps hold it in place. I need enough glue to help hold that weird fabric ribbon piece down. There. So now it kind of encapsulates that ribbon. Okay. So that's going to go across there. And we're going to say the halfway point is right about there. So I'm going to cut about 1/2 inch across. Okay. And what I want to do next is line this up so it's straight across. Go around to the back side here. I'm going to take up some slack and fold this over. Now it looks even with that side, so I'll use my Fabri-Tac glue and glue that down. Left to right. All right, thank you, Suzanne. Okay, put that down for a second. Got another little scrap of paper here. We'll glue that over the top. All right. Okay, so now I'm at a point where I want to figure out how to put this together. Do I want it to overlap? I think I do. So we're going to come about that far, maybe? That's a good amount right about there. Okay. Try to fold this straight. I haven't glued these shut yet, so my thought was if I overlap it just right, do I want to go left over right? I could glue this piece on top and then layer these pieces with it, and then you would pull, yeah, like that. So I need to put my magnet in here, and then I need to put another magnet on this side. So I'm going to do this first. Get my magnets out. Yeah, that's the ones. That's the ones I'm going to use. I have some saved in my cart that I want to buy, but I just haven't quite pulled the trigger yet, if you will. All right, I'm putting glue in here. I'm putting more glue than is necessary because I want to glue the whole thing closed, and I want to encapsulate my magnet. So push that down. I should have done this differently, but oh well. Hindsight's 2020. All right, so I want to put this way. So I think what I need to do temporarily is to protect my place here. And that's going to go that way. All right. Oh my gosh, this is so complicated, Linda. Why'd you do it this way? I did it wrong. I know I did it wrong. Okay, right about here. All right, is this the right side? Yes. Okay. I'm going to put this here. And do we get it over far enough? Yeah, I think I got it there. Let's see. We'll give it a moment to dry. And I think I can take this over and cover it. All right, let's see what happens. Hey, I think it worked. I think it worked. Yeah, it's not falling open. Hey, I got it. 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 Okay, so now I need this flat for a moment. I need to put this right in the dead center of this piece. So I'm going to get my glue out and really put a generous amount of glue on here. I may end up using my giant clips here to hold it in place. Okay. You get there in the end, exactly. You just kind of have to mess with it for a little bit. All right, so I'm lining that up, trying to get it centered. I'm going to separate it for a second. And I'll use my clips here. I've got a couple of them. All right, so that's going to go right there. And I'm trying to get this really glued together. So then I've got my blue piece. I don't need the magnets anymore. Let's put those away, Linda. Okay, so I've got this blue piece. I can't get my... And I have a gold feather in one of my watercolor images. Let's see, do we want to go this way? Do I want to go this way? Maybe something like that. Kind of see how that came together? Now, I think we need a little bit of that gold tulle behind there. Yeah? And then I need to find my sequins. You were slightly confused, but you know you got there. Well, what I should have done first was glued a magnet here. Once I had it glued here, then I could take a scrap of paper and lay it down. So let's pretend if I did it the right way. And then I would lay my magnet on here, take my piece of fabric and then with glue on it, and then pick that all up. and then I could encapsulate it. That's what I should have done. Does that make it less confusing of what you should do? And that piece of paper would have stuck over here, and we would have covered it up behind this piece of fabric. So we didn't have to worry about how pretty it was. It would get the job done. And this isn't perfect because my magnets really aren't that strong, but I kind of like the way it looks anyway. Okay. All right. I think we need to put that on top, and I'll get some of that gold stuff here. And I think we'll just get a little piece. Put that back. I'm using this up. So let's see. Is this enough? Is it too much? If we put that down, something like that. Put the flowers on here. Sandwich the heart. I think it kind of detracts from the shape of the heart that way. Maybe if I just put on one side. Okay, there it goes. By moving it over a little bit, I think that helped. And then I think if we put the sequins on here, that'll give that a nice little look. So, picking this all up, get my Fabri-Tac. Lots of chunky, exactly. This is going to be mostly covered up, so I'm trying to put enough down to help keep it in place. And now this is caught in the lace stuff, so we're going to just kind of go with it. Okay. All right, and then let's put some Fabri-Tac glue on the flower. Just because I'm dealing with all these different mediums, because of that tool is kind of plasticky. I've got the acrylic painted canvas behind it. I'll put an acrylic block on top and close up my glue for a moment anyway. Okay. I think we're getting there. I think we're at that point. We may actually get done early today after I do the raffle for the journal. Y'all enter the raffle now for 200 junk bucks, and I'll draw that winner, and then we'll start the raffle for the little journal. How's that? Okay. I think that's been sitting long enough that this can go here, right in the center. And then we're going to put some sequins on here. So let me get my sequin drawer out. Let's go ahead and glue this down. So I want to put glue on here. And then lay this down. And I'm going to put my acrylic block on that for a minute. Okay. And I have some sequins here. Ooh, look at this big. Is that what I want? What if we were to do a big pink sequin there? I don't know. Let me keep looking. I've got a green. This is smaller that can go in there. And I have a different kind of a tealy color. I wonder if I have a little bitty blue. I see all sorts of colors in the... This one's kind of a gold, which would give us that gold eye. I'm just talking to myself. Don't worry about it. Maybe something like that. All right, so if I were to put this pink, just for a weird pop of color, and then all of these in the center of that. Oh, come on. Try not to touch it too much. What do you think? Something like that in the middle of there? Can you even see that? I think that's what I want to do. I'm going to use that great big sequin. Why not? Make it chunky monkey. All right. Let's put some glue on here. So I'm going to get some tweezers so I can handle some of this stuff. So I'm going to put a little dollop of glue down. Apparently we're going to make a mess when we do it. And then I've got this sequin, which is going in the middle. And it pushes up some of the glue in the little hole. So I'm going to just lay this one on top of that sequin. And that's pushing up some of the glue. So I'm going to put this one on top. Ah, come on. Don't do that to me. Cooperate. Cooperate, please. All right, there we go. Now we'll put that in the middle. Can you see what I'm doing there? Okay. All right, so I think I need a little bit more glue for the last little bit here. So I'm going to try putting a tiny drop of glue on here. Tiny drop of glue. Use the nozzle to help me. Okay. I think I've got it almost where it needs to be. Just a little nudge. Okay. I like it. All right, let's pick a winner of 200 junk bucks. You like the sequins? Isn't that cool? Yeah, I mean, that's why it takes time, and you got to use the right glue. And since that Fabri-Tac's pretty good, you can also use the gem tack. I probably could use that today to get your gems to stay in place. I like it. I like it a lot. I think I forgot to distress the edges of that piece, so we'll have to do that. All right, let's pick a winner of 200 junk bucks. And the winner is Mandy Dawn. Congratulations, you are getting 200 junk bucks. All right, so this is for one vintage folio from Raven. All right, let's open the giveaway. So everybody's eligible now to enter the raffle. We're going to give away this little folio that Raven made. She's put together. And while y'all are entering the raffle, let's look at what I made today. So I painted the heart blue at the beginning, and then we've layered it up here at the end. I have this fabric that I used to make a tie to hold that all together. Then this is a pocket up here, has a journal card in it, blank. It was from American Greetings. Someone gave it to me. Then I don't have a tab here, but this flips open, and we made a slit pocket. So when you take everything out, other than the fact that I put the sequins there, you don't know there's a pocket there. And I made it deep enough just for this card to go down and not go too far. I don't know that I already have a pre-made tag. I have a paint chip. Let's see how that looks. You know what? I'll decorate that paint chip to fit back there. I think that'll look good. Then over here, we've got a big pocket that we made, and I made a file folder that has several pockets built within the file folder. So you open this up, we've got a pocket here, and I used some scraps for the decoration there. A couple of tags from the Calico Collage Royal Peacock that I have in my shop. This is a little feather that I had made a while back, and just adding the embellishments to the inside. So when we stick this in here, you have a little bit peeking out right there when you open this up. And then you close this over, put this down, and then this goes on top. And that'll be nice and put together. I could also add real feathers on there, but I think I like just the other feather better. I don't know. I may come up with something else. I think it needs one more thing. You know, I am going to add some charms in my journal when I get to that point. It's hard for me to add charms as I go sometimes because I feel like they get in the way. But I've been wanting to add some charms, so maybe that's what I'll do is I've got a couple of charms that I can attach. Maybe I can attach it to this piece here to really give you that look that you're supposed to move it over out of the way. I'm just going to add a little bit of distress inks on this edge here. Down this edge. I kind of like it. Alright, so then this piece I would then attach to my journal topper. I think that would be a good front page. I think that would be. I kind of like it. This is cool. I like the way it turned out. I hope you're liking how this is coming together. Can you see how that's going to look with the other layers peeking out behind that? And I'm also going to be building a journal to go between these layers. So I'm going to have a little grouping layer at the beginning. There's going to be a Midori style in the middle, and then this will be on the last end. But I think I like the way that turned out. Isn't that pretty? Didn't that turn out good? All right, let's pick a winner for this little folio. Y'all can enter the raffle if you haven't already do so. That Raven has been gracious enough to send my way to pass along to y'all. Is this one of those Tim Holtz one, Raven, or something to that effect? She's got a giant pocket here. Behind here, you can stick stuff in. And then we've got these areas here that have Velcro. And I don't know if this is a pocket too or it's just pretties. It should. Oh, there is a pocket here. There's a pocket there on this edge. So that kind of keeps everything stuck in. And then Velcro again. And there's a pocket at the top of this one here. I don't think this is a pocket. But you could make more layers on this and add more pockets. There's a pocket here. See, I could layer another pocket here to have something tall, skinny in the front. And then there's a pocket here. And again, I would layer something else on here to make another pocket. Another pocket here if you wanted. There's a pocket there. Pocket there. This page is a pocket, and down here is a pocket. And I don't think those are pockets, but you could layer an embellishment or make another pocket. And then she's got some decoration here. So that flips over. So I think this would be great for somebody if they want to add their own touch to it. Wrap this around. Got pretty brown ribbon with it. A lot of pockets. Oh, I like the feel of gel prints too. Yes, you can never have too many pockets. Just add more. So that is the next item up in the raffle. And I really like how this turned out today. I don't know what else I may add to it. I may piddle around with it later, but I think it looks pretty good. Pocket here, pocket there. Here's everywhere. There's a pocket. All right, so next week I'll continue on my series. I've been collecting items, putting them in little folders. I haven't decided which I'm going to do next week, but I have quite a few little things here. So we're getting there. I'll probably take another month to put this all together. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's pick a winner here. If you have suggestions of things that you would like to see in the next one, let me know. I greatly appreciate y'all hanging out with me and your feedback. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. When we're done, come back and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked or didn't like, whatever floats your boat about the live today. And let me know what you're going to take away from this. What kind of creative endeavor are you going to try? You know, I was talking to Raven, in fact, earlier. I said, you know, sure, we have our fears, but we shouldn't let our fears keep us from doing things that we might just be madly in love with. And I have been putting off this journal because not necessarily out of fear, but out of, well, I don't know what I want to do yet. And I have a lot of things, but I wasn't really sure. And I just finally said, you know, I need to just start. Just start somewhere, whether making ephemera. That's what I did, was I made some ephemera. I made a couple little things that I wanted to incorporate, and then I just started snowballing into ideas and putting things together. And a lot of this I am doing on the fly with y'all live. Some of it is pre-planned, but some of it is not. I didn't have the layers planned that I was going to put on this element. I wasn't really sure how I was going to do that. It just came together with y'all here live. So I hope you enjoyed this whole thing. Let's pick a winner of the journal, and that winner is Julie Parker. Congratulations. That's right up to your alley, because I know you love that vintage look, so you will make well use of this little folio. All right, well, next week I'll be back. I'll have yet another project to share with y'all in decorating my Peacock journal. I really like how this one turned out. I like the little ruffles coming out the top, adding the closure, and then having the file folder pocket, which almost looks like it could flip over, but it can't. It's really not that stable, but I think it works. And then the hidden pocket up here. Well, again, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being my friend online and hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate your support. Your comments and likes and views really do make my day that much brighter, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. I hope that you are blessed beyond measure. Do something fun and creative this week. Do something out of kindness for someone else, because you never know what they're going through, and maybe your bit of kindness is enough to tip them over and make their day that much better. Thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you so very much. I'm having fun with the colors in this journal. It's fun, fun, fun. Alrighty, y'all. Have an amazing week. Thank you so very much yet again for being here. I love y'all. Take care. Bye, everybody.